Hi everyone, it's Michelle Bursell. I'm so happy to be connecting with you this week, and I just wanted to talk to you today really briefly about unexpected joy enhancers as well as unexpected joy sabotagers. And this was very important for me to share with you because September has been an amazing month in which I have felt extremely blessed and cared for and have felt immense gratitude because of that. That type of gratitude where you just stop and cry because I have felt that nurturance that I'm receiving and abundance that I'm receiving in incredible ways. And at the same time, I want you to know that it doesn't mean that everything on the external is perfect. And this is really important to understand that you can have joy in unexpected ways that will enhance as well as sabotage you from feeling fulfilled and for feeling more joyful. So those of you that know me know that as a teacher of the concept of feel every emotion as love, it's not about being perfect. You are going to experience both the ego layer of emotion as well as the love version of emotion that comes from your essence, that comes from your authentic self. And I work with all types of people, from stay-at-home moms to CEOs of companies to other people who work in with energy or healing and teaching regarding self-help and self-improvement concepts. And one thing I can share with you is that everyone has the layer of the ego to contend with. And it's not a bad thing because it's actually present to give you the indicator of how you can enhance your life, how you can access more of your potential. And so it's up to us to take this information and bring it down to another level until it's so settled in our hearts. And when you feel that in your heart, you are going to experience that overwhelming gratitude and joy and fulfillment for living. So this has shown up for me in unexpected ways where I've experienced more joy. And because I was open to understanding the ego and making a choice based on my essence, that part of me, that part of you, that again is connected to the highest wisdom and is ultimately always there to serve you. Well, what I experienced was in August, I had a crazy month. I had a couple of big projects going on and I was really working hard. And for myself, I can get very passionate about my work. And so when I'm in that mode of working, sometimes I have the tendency to put on a little bit more. You know, why not add some more work? Because I get so excited about what I want to share. And so what happened was right during August when I was working really hard, I had this idea come up. And about, you know, another concept that I could teach regarding another element of an aspect of our lives. And so, of course, I wanted to get right on it and start teaching it rather than think to myself, you know what, Michelle, that's great, wonderful, let's put it out there in a couple months once things settle down. Oh no, I had to get it out there right away. Except for it wasn't coming together. I couldn't get space for the event. Things weren't clicking. They weren't turning around as I had expected them to. And so I saw that a part of me was getting attached to the outcome and had all these different stories about it. You know, if this didn't happen, it means X, Y, and Z. And that's usually, you know, some sort of put down or something towards myself. And so I saw it. You know, I saw those thoughts. So rather than having those thoughts and then having my emotions get tied into them, I saw the thoughts for what they were. And what I recognized was that those thoughts would absolutely lead me away from my joy. And so what I decided to do instead was to trust. And so I just said, whatever happens, happens. And it didn't turn out. And what brought me unexpected joy was the sense of gratitude that I've experienced all September because that event didn't happen. I am so grounded and I feel so great to be at home right now because I needed to slow down. I needed to really be at home, that I'm so thankful that I didn't have this event that would have ran through September because it would have exhausted me. And so the unexpected joy is when things don't turn out as we plan, and yet you trust that it's for your highest good, and then you begin to recognize and have those moments and affirm, yes, this is for my highest good. And I'm so grateful to be taken care of at such a loving level, a level that will bring me more fulfillment and is. Now, unexpectedly, we can also have sabotagers come in. That means when we're feeling good, when we're feeling joyful, that a sabotager can try to come in. And again, this is the ego. And again, I experienced this recently. I had the opportunity last week to be on a radio program, and I was so joy-filled doing that because it just is what makes my essence sing, is sharing this information. And I heard wonderful feedback from the host. She was very kind and shared with me how it was just a top-rated show for her. She had so many listeners. And I was just, on cloud nine. I just loved doing it. And yet again, what came up? There was an ego thought. And the ego thought said, God, if I enjoy doing these so much, why aren't I doing them every day? I would love to do them every day. It would just bring me so much joy. And again, rather than stepping into that thought, because it's like, that's what I want you to get, is that when you slow yourself down, you can see where you actually put your energy. Am I going to put it towards the ego and what it's saying? Or am I going to put it towards my truth, to what I know is right for me? And so I saw it and I said, I'm not stepping there, because what I know right now is that this experience has brought me joy. And so let me just sink into it and really allow myself the pleasure of joy. And that joy has just expanded and expanded in many ways because I didn't take that step towards the ego. So you see, our unexpected ways where we can enhance can happen with an experience where on the outside it didn't turn out as successful or as we have wanted it to. That's the message that your ego would want you to believe. And yet when you trust, and then on top of it find gratitude for that gift in not having your needs met based on the ego, that you will find yourself even more filled with joy and peace and love for life. And even when you're in those moments of joy, those little messages of the ego can seep in. And it's a choice as to whether you want to put your energy into that message or not. So slowing yourself down is going to help you identify it, and then use your feelings to understand what is going to serve you and what is going to keep you and bring you to that greater peace, joy, and fulfillment in living. So I thank you again for connecting with me, and I look forward to touching base again next week. Take care, live consciously, and live exceptionally well.